morning students. A warm welcome to this recorded class. In the previous video, we have discussed how to transform interrogative sentences into passive voice. Now, in this video, let us discuss how to transform imperative sentences into passive voice. So, before that, let us discuss what all do we discuss in this video. Okay, see here, in this video, we are going to discuss first of all what is imperative sentences with examples and rules for transformation of imperative sentences with examples. Okay students, shall we start? Okay students, now first let us see what are imperative sentences. Okay, an imperative sentence is a sentence that tells someone to do something or gives advice or instructions, or that expresses a request or command. Means what? An imperative sentence expresses a command, request, or it gives some instructions or advices to someone. So we call these sentences as imperative sentences. An imperative sentence doesn't have obvious subject. Means what? It doesn't have subject. It starts with the base form of the verb. Okay, let us see a few examples of these imperative sentences. Okay students, now let us see a few examples of imperative sentences. Okay, don't be afraid, we are here folks. Next, show me some respect son. Stop the car immediately. Move your legs, there would be a little pain. Drive your car carefully if the wild wind blows. Enjoy this delicious meal. So these are few examples of imperative sentences. Okay, now let us see the rules for transforming imperative sentences into passive voice. Okay students, now let us see the first rule of changing the imperative sentences into passive voice. Okay, in the active voice, if we find the expression of order, request, advice and instructions, then in the passive voice we have to use you are ordered, you are requested, you are advised and you are instructed, and we have to write to infinitive. And what we have to use? After that we have to use to infinitive. Okay, let us see a few examples now. Okay students, now let us see the examples for the first rule. Okay, see the first rule example here. First one, please come here. So it's a request. It's a request. Now in the passive voice, what you have to use? You have to write you are requested, and one to infinitive you have to write. So you are requested. To infinitive means what here? To plus base form of the verb. To plus base form of the verb. What verb is given here? Come. So don't write please here in the passive voice. Okay, you should not write please in the passive voice. So what you have to write here? See, you are requested to come here. You are requested to come here. Okay, see the next one, walk slowly. It's an advice. So what you have to do, as it is, what you have to use? So as it is an advice, you have to write you are advised. Afterwards, you have to write to infinitive. To, what is the verb given here? Walk. So what you have to write? You are advised to walk slowly. Next, see the third example, get out of the class. So it's an order, get out of the class, it's an order. So what you have to write? You are ordered. Afterwards, to infinitive you have to write to. Get out is the verb now. So what you have to write? You are ordered to get out of the class. Hope you have understood these examples students. Okay, now let us see the rule 2. Okay, now let us see the second rule. Okay, see, if the imperative sentence starts with let in the active voice, then in the passive voice also the sentence starts with let only, but we should use be after the subject. After the subject, what we have to use? We have to use be. Here I have given format. See, what is that? See, let plus object plus verb plus subject. Normally your imperative sentence doesn't have obvious subject. Okay, whatever is given there, that subject. Okay, next we'll have in the passive voice, what you'll have? Let plus, see, subject in the active voice becomes object in the passive voice. Object in the active voice becomes subject in the passive voice. Now, so what you'll have here? Subject plus be plus V3 plus by agent. Because why I am telling by agent means in your active voice you won't have proper subject here. That's why. Okay. Students, now let us see few examples for this second rule. Okay, I told that the sentence begins with let here. See here, let me teach the students. According to the format, after let, what you'll get here? Object here. Afterwards verb plus subject. So what you got here? Let me teach the students. So now in your passive voice, let will be the same and the students is the object now. So that becomes subject here. So what you'll get here? Let plus the students be taught by me. Let the students be taught by me. Okay. So now here you'll have subject. So the sentence starts with let plus subject plus be plus verb V3 plus agent, by agent. Okay. Now let us see the next example. Let them watch this movie. Here also after let you got object plus verb plus subject. Now how you are writing this in the passive voice? Let, you got here subject. What is that? This movie be watched by agent. By them is by agent. Okay. So hope you have understood these examples, students. Now let us see the third rule. Okay. Yes, students. Now if we use some agents like one, someone, nobody, police, judge and people, then it's not necessary to mention them in the passive voice. While writing passive voice, no need to mention by police, by judge or by nobody, like that and all, no need. Okay. So shall we discuss few examples for these? Yes. Yes, students, now let us see these examples. See the first example, someone has beaten me. So I have started the sentence with someone. So now you need not write that someone in the passive voice. So me is the object in the active voice. Now, so that becomes subject in the passive voice. So what will become here? I has beaten is the present perfect form of the verb. So what you will get here? Have been beaten. What you will use here? Have been beaten. So what you will get here? I have been beaten. I have explained this in the, while explaining tense, change in the tenses. Okay. Now let me take one more example. The police inquired the thief. Here also the police is given. So no need to mention that in the passive voice. So what you have to write? The thief. Inquired is past tense. So what you have to use here? Was plus V3. So what happens here? Was inquired. The thief was inquired. Now let us see the next rule. Okay. Students, now let us see the fourth rule. Okay. If we have expressions like surprising, astonishing, shocking, alarming, disappointed and disappointment and all, then in the passive voice we use at instead of by. If you get these expressions like surprising, astonishing, shocking, alarming and disappointment. So we'll use at instead of by, we'll use at. Let us see a few examples for this. Okay. Students, now let us see these examples. Okay. His condition alarmed me. So here alarmed me means what? He was in a very bad condition. Okay. So now how we are going to write it? As you got the expression alarmed here. So what you have to write? Alarmed is past tense. Na? So I was, me is the object. So it becomes subject here. I was alarmed. You should not use by here. You should use what? At his condition. You are not going to use by there. You are going to use at his condition. See the next example. Your performance in the match disappointed me. Then here also, here disappointed you got here. So it's past tense. Again, me changes to I in the passive voice. So what you'll get here? I was disappointed. You won't use by here. What you are going to use here? At your performance in the match. I was disappointed at your performance in the match, but don't use by. Normally we get confused and we'll use by, but we are not supposed to use by. We are supposed to use at in these cases. Okay. Now let us see the next rule. Okay, students, now let us see the fifth rule here. Okay. We should use to after the words like known and obliged. So if you get the words like known and obliged in the active voice, then we should use to in the passive voice. Okay. While writing sentences from active voice to passive voice, we have to use to if you get the words like known and obliged. Okay. Now let us see examples. Okay. Students, let us see the example here. I know him. I have used the word know here. So here it is in present tense. So I is the subject, know is the verb and him is the object. So now how you are going to change it? He is known to me. He is known to me. I have used to. I didn't use by here. I have used to. Now let us see the next rule. Okay, students, now let us see the sixth rule. Okay, see here we should use with if we get the expressions like pleased, disgusted, impressed and annoyed. Okay, so if we get the expressions like pleased, disgusted, impressed and annoyed in the active voice, then we use with instead of by. We use with. Let me give you a few examples here. See, your honesty has pleased me. So here I have used the expression pleased here, and I have used what? Has pleased. That is present perfect tense. So what you'll get here in your passive voice? Me is the object now, so it becomes subject here. I have been. You'll get what? Has or have plus been plus V3 you'll get now. So what you'll get here? I have been pleased with your honesty. You won't use by your honesty. We use what? With your honesty. I have been pleased with your honesty. Now let us see the next example. He has impressed her. So again I have used here subject he. Has impressed is the verb and her is the object. So has impressed is in which tense? It is again in the present perfect tense. So her is the object. So what will become in the subject in the passive voice? She. It becomes subject in the passive voice. So what we have to write here? She. As it is third person singular pronoun, what we'll use here? Has been impressed. Don't write by him, you write with him. What you'll write? With him. Students, now let us see the last rule, okay? We should use in after interested, consisted and contained. Means what? If we get the expressions like interested, contained and consisted in the active voice, then we use in. Instead of by, we use in. Instead of by, we use in. Let us see example here. See, this job interests me. That means what here? I am interested in this job. That means what here? I am interested in this job. Interest is in which tense? It is in simple present tense. So me is the object given here. So what happens here? It becomes subject in the passive voice. So what you'll get here? I am interested in this job. Okay students, hope you have understood this topic. In the next video, let us start with the new topic. Okay students, thank you very much. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and whatever doubts you have, please put it in the comment box. Thank you very much students. Thank you.